Yeah, what's good guys, it's JD here. Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Draft to Glory. Third time round on this account. We've already won 2 drafts, 10-0, so 20-0 in total. We've got Glenn Robinson once, and we're back at it again for our third draft. But as you can see, this is our last draft ticket on this account, which obviously isn't very good. We do have 2 that we can play for and earn down here. So we've got to do some bits and bobs and do some of this, and then all of these, and then week 3 obviously give us another ticket. So it is 1 ticket a week out here, but I don't know, I'm still just not happy with the fact that we can't just enter it with MT. I don't want to have to play other game modes to be able to play the draft. That doesn't really make sense. And obviously, I ain't putting no VC into this account. Screw that. So yeah, I don't know. We'll maybe do some of those in some streams. Facebook.com/JD Crossover if you want to see all the games we're going to play in this run. We're going to play a few games here today, but then the rest of the games will be played live on stream, and of course in the next episode I'll cut all that down, put it into the video, and we'll have the ascension board as well. For this one we've got to cash in all of the sales we got from last time. Really wasn't that profitable. We got loads of tokens. We went from like 25 to 71 tokens, but our MT didn't really move. We made about 10k, and then we got all the stuff that we're going to cash in here today, and we're going to start a new draft and then play a few games. So let's jump into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe for the daily videos, and check out Facebook for the daily streams, facebook.com/JD Crossover. So sold some contracts, because obviously I don't need no contracts on this account. Sold a few gold cards, and then Steve Nash and Zach Randolph being our big pulls from last episode. So Steve Nash is a ruby, going for the same as Zach Randolph as an amethyst, and that puts us at 72,000 MT and 71 tokens through 2 drafts. So if things go well, we could be seeing ourselves with 100 tokens and 100,000 MT by the end of 3 drafts. So here we go, the first draft with the Signature Series pack. Now let me know down below, if you've done a draft, which I'm sure a lot of you have, which 3 players did you get from the Signature Series draft? And let me have a little bit of a guess. It was Rudy Gobert, Terrence Ross, and then either Blake or Cat. Did anybody see LeBron or Wade? Because I don't think they have been. Here we go. Let's get into our draft here today. We start with a Sapphire coach. Good. Jason Kidd. Not a great start. Now, we're going to get centers from this pack, because we're going to get Gobert for sure, and then we're going to get Blake or Cat, and then we're going to get a shooting guard in Terrence Ross. So we just need strong forwards and a strong point guard. That's what we need from these player pick packs. Again, I still don't like the fact you can only flip over 3. I would much rather like to see all 5. Please don't screw me. Okay, Mike Conley and Ja Morant there. It's not great, but at least it's a Sapphire. Now, I've done a draft on my main account, and I've got an Emerald. Like 2 Emerald as point guard. So yeah, it could have been worse. We get gold Zach LaVine with an 89 driving dunk, which I guess is alright, and 51 lateral quickness, which is most definitely not alright. We do get Doug West, and we are going to have Terrence Ross. So shooting guard position is set now with 2 ruby cards. I'm not mad at that. Mark Aguirre, PG, and Vince. Alright, I'll take Mark Aguirre and Vince Carter. That's not too bad. Okay, 2 Sapphires. We've got 1 Emerald and then the gold card, which are holding us back right now. We get Old Man Dirk, Kyle Kuzma, Rashard Lewis. Oh no. It doesn't matter too much, because we will be able to put Cat or Blake at power forward. And center doesn't really matter, because we're going to have Rudy Gobert coming through anyway. So we get Darryl Dawkins and Embiid is what it is. Right, so the team's looking a little bit ropey so far. We've got 2 ruby cards. Are these drafts just bad for me? I swear we come up against people and they've got a full roster of rubies and sapphires. I've got 2 rubies and 3 sapphires, and that's it so far. What is that, 2K? What is that? Right, here we go. Blake Griffin, Terrence Ross, and Rudy Gobert. Shock. Can't believe that happened. Isn't it just so sad that there's no suspense of who you're going to get? Isn't it just sad there's no suspense? You just know who you're going to get. You know it's not going to be that good. So there is our starting lineup right there. That's not too bad. I'm not mad at it. Mike Conley, Terrence Ross, VC, Blake, and Rudy Gobert. Let's rock and roll into our first game. 20-0 so far on this account, and actually 40-0 over all drafts. So on my main account, I'm 20-0. I've done 2 full drafts. And on this account, 20-0, 2 full drafts. So For some reason, we are actually reasonably good at the draft. I haven't played online in a few days. Just getting that excuse out there nice and early. Let's see what my opponent has got. You're having a laugh, 2K, aren't you? You're having an absolute giraffe. Not only has he got an amethyst in Fred VanVleet, not only has he got Ruby Phil Chenier, Ruby David West, Ruby Willis Reed, he's also got the small matter of Diamond Dikembe. That is the first time I've ever played against a Diamond in the draft. And the dude's got an amethyst as well, and on top of that, 3 rubies. I just don't understand. Oh, our coach is trash at Jason Kidd. Oh, boy. All right, well, let's see how this is going to go. Who have I actually used on this team? No one. I've used Gobert, which is completely irrelevant because obviously he's just going to be in the paint, so I don't need to know how to use him. Haven't used any of the other players. And Rudy Gobert, you're going to be up against Dikembe here, my guys. So I'm going to need you to play really, really damn well. And this Fred VanVleet, I've used that Fred VanVleet. I think we had him in our last draft, didn't we? So we have had an amethyst before. Obviously still yet to get a diamond, but it should be pretty much like guaranteed you get like the higher rated cards. I guess we do have Blake as an amethyst, but I wasn't even thinking about him because he's just dead. Ooh, that was Dikembe. He could have shot that. He definitely could have shot that with Dikembe, and he should not have shot that. Oh. 2K, you kidding me? You can't just give him a red just like that. We've got him up in the air. Great move by Mike Conley. Bronze fast twitch. Liar. You cannot give him that. That is disgraceful. Oh, man. Okay, right. Well, let's see how this is going to go. Problem is, he can just sit in the paint on my Gobert because my Gobert's got nothing. And on the bench, we've got Darryl Dawkins, who's also absolutely no offense. This is going to be a rough old draft. It really, really is. Mike Conley, please do not take that. Gobert, plenty of space, and he actually dunks it. Throws it down over to Dikembe. Okay. Oh, and he is slow. Gobert is. Dikembe is not so slow. No way. No way. No way. Dikembe's got that horrible release. It's the same release as Wilt the Still. It is not pretty. It was Vince Carter wide open. It is Vince Carter wide open. And it's Vince Carter throwing it down. Silver, slithery finisher. Like, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. Oh, we get the turnover as well. Good stuff. Good times. Thank you very much indeed. Right, we'll try and get Blake involved here. He does have a 3-ball. Do I trust it? Absolutely not. Can he finish over Fred VanVleet? Yes, he can. I believe his 3-ball is like a 70 or something. That should have been another steal. That is never going to go. And that is Rudy Gobert with some fantastic defense. As I mentioned, he's the only card I've actually used. And I know he's pretty damn strong defensively. Terrence Ross gets a red. Hey, he hit a red shot. It's only right that we come down and hit it as well. And it's less egregious for a red layup to go in than a red mid-range to go down. And Blake gives up the and one, which is the AI. I wasn't controlling Blake, but sure. Come through, Blake. And do that, why don't you? He's got his bench unit in now, which is, Emerald Boogie. Emerald Boogie Boogie Boogie. I am not mad at that at all. We need to really take control of this game now. Now he's got his bench unit in. Let's go. Thank you, Rudy Gobert. Bro, these offensive rebounds are crazy. But that was really damn nice. Terrence Ross in the corner. Probably could have pulled that. I don't think I can pull it with Mike Conley, honestly. I don't know the stats. Should probably, like, check the stats of cards before we use them, but... Oh, well, that animation physically made no sense, but sure. That animation physically made no sense. I went for a pump fake and the ball warped into his hand. Alright, 2K, whatever. You know what? Just whatever. The gameplay is something else, isn't it, this year? I don't know. I mean, it definitely is something else. It's a lot better than it was last year, of course. But it just doesn't seem to be hitting right. I don't know what it is. Something about it just doesn't seem to be hitting right. And for some reason, you can't turn off the layup timing in the draft. So you can see there, I just shot a late on the layup. On every other game mode, I play with layup timing off. But on the draft, it has to be on. So if I miss time layups, that's because I don't ever actually time them myself. Ever. But in this game mode, I'm forced to, which doesn't really make any sense. That is going to be a very, very tough shot with Fred VanVleet. That is going to be a very tough shot with Fred VanVleet. And offensive rebounds just are very, very overpowered. I'm right there with Rudy Gobert. I'm controlling Rudy Gobert. I press triangle myself to get the board. I've got a big man in my career. I know all about getting rebounds. I know all about positioning. I know all about boxing out. Blake? Green. But apparently, offensive rebounds, too strong. Anyway, end of the first, up by 11. Looking pretty good for our first win in draft number 3. Oh, he's not just hit that, has he? A late with DeMarcus A late with DeMarcus Cousins with a 59-3. They made a huge deal this year about, open shots. If they're open, they're going to go in, but surely there's got to be a limit on that. There's got to be a limit. Lates and earlies just should never go in regardless. If you can't even time it to a slightly, and I'm talking about myself as well, if I shoot a late and an early, I don't want it to go in because it shouldn't go in because I don't want my opponent to hit them either. And then if a player's got a 59 3-ball and you shoot a late as well, yeah, that should never go in, 2K. Oh my goodness. I thought I was safe leaving Boogie in the corner, but I guess not. This guy keeps the ball. With that 3, maybe that's going to keep him in it for a little while. I don't know. And that's with Boogie. That's not even with Dikembe out here. God damn. All right, we'll see if we can push this lead up to about 20. 20 points does seem to be most people's sort of breaking point, I guess. We'll see if we can push it up to that. If not, it might be a bit of a long one. But it is pretty much, I would say, in the bag at the moment. And these backdoor cuts are still very, very powerful. But I'm going to take them. Oh, Terrence Ross for 3. Terrence Ross for 3. There we go. We got our first 3-pointer in this game. Fast breaks just don't exist. We're out on the fast break. And then the defense is just absolutely glued to us. But we finally get a kick out from an offensive rebound. Offensive rebound's OP. And Terrence Ross, first ever shot with him. I know in previous years he's been brilliant. I remember a gold Terrence Ross from a few years ago who was really damn good. He's actually got his bench. He's got his starters back in now. He's got Mutombo out here. It's a tough shot. Oh, I guess he makes it. That's a really slow release. That's a horrible release on Dikembe. Yeah, I know Terrence Ross is going to be good. Obviously, great at running to the rim, but jump shooting is there as well as Mike Conley just blows a wide open layup because it was timed late because I don't time my layups because I don't play with it on. And then we've got Jim Paxson as a gold card hitting threes. What's his 3-ball? It's probably quite high. 84-3 on a gold. It is what it is. Terrence Ross again. I like it, Terrence. I like it. Very nice indeed. Back-to-back greens from Terrence Ross. That's a nice card. And I don't think he's all that expensive either. It's great defense by Gobert. And what do you know? The offensive rebound goes to the player who got blocked. All too often that is happening this year. Far, far too often. That needs to be toned down. Will it ever be toned down? I doubt it. And there's Terrence Ross getting blocked with takeover by whoever that was. Him. Shame. Shame. Doug West. Doug West blocking Terrence Ross at the rim with takeover. Yeah, right. Okay, good. Right, it was a 10-point game now. I guess we're not going to get this guy to quit. Because apparently I can't even pull away any further than about 10 points in this one. It's a great kick out. It's Mike Conley. And Mike Conley with a green. Oh, we're greening our shots. That's one thing I'm really happy with this year is playing with no meter and seemingly being reasonably proficient with it. We're not awful with this no meter life. And I actually do really enjoy shooting with it. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that change that I've made this year. No, not Dikembe. Oh, he's ran straight past me. Oh, and he's bricked it. Correct. End of the first half, up by 13. It's still in the bag, but it looks like it's going to go all the way. How do you miss that? Thank you very much, Rudy Gobert. Damn, that was all me. All me. Perfect positioning. Lovely stuff. AI defense is just rotating for this guy perfectly. We do get Mike Conley wide open, and it's another green. You're seeing these greens with these players. I don't know what Mike Conley's 3 is. Probably ain't great, but good enough to hit. Good enough to hit with 2 greens. So all the 3s I've taken, I've greened. 2 with Terrence Ross and 2 with Mike Conley, Sapphire card, who is going to be getting quite tired. I've just made 1 sub. I've brought in Mark Aguirre. I don't want to bring in Ja Morant. I don't really want to take out Terrence Ross because he's been brilliant. I guess we can take out Rudy Gobert. We'll get Go Bear a bucket here. Okay, we'll get Go Bear a bucket. We will take him out. I'll bring in Daryl Dawkins. I can't make my sub yet because the game is broken like that. Still can't make my sub. There we go. Thank you. And then we could take Blake out for Kuzma or Dirk. But funny enough, I don't really want to do that. I don't want either of those guys to be on the floor. So we'll make a couple of subs just to make sure this one is safe. Oh, 20-point game. And that's enough. Why do people stay this long? Why did he stay that long? 20-point game at the end of the third quarter. And he finally decided to dip. About damn time. Maybe he was staying in to play with the Kembe for a bit more. I don't know. But there we go. We do get our first win. We are underway for draft number 3. Terrence Ross, very good. Mike Conley, surprisingly nice. And then Gobert doing his defensive stuff. Vince Carter didn't do much. And Blake didn't do much either. So, that's going to do it for this episode. We'll be back. We've got to level 9. That's cool, I guess. Raptors Arena. Darvin Ham. 3 tokens. Lockdown pack. Let's open up this lockdown pack. See if we get ourselves a Hall of Fame badge. That's going to do it for this episode, though. Next episode, we'll be back with the highlights from 9 remaining games, and of course, the Ascension board as well. Hopefully, we'll hit 100 tokens and 100,000 MTs. That's going to do it from me today. Hope you guys have enjoyed. As usual, please like, subscribe. I'll see you next time, and peace.